For my cultural plunge assignment, I chose the Temple Beth Hillel in Valley Village, and I was unable to get any footage or film while I was there, although I did get some audio. While I was at the Temple Beth Hillel, it was a very welcoming experience. I was invited to attend Shabbat, and it was a very beautiful experience with songs that were sung mostly in Hebrew tradition. It ended with the very intimate gathering, linking arms and rocking back and forth with each other. And I would say that the neurodevelopmental constructs that were activated within me at the time were the language and the social cognition. I was decoding the language barrier and observing cues and anticipating social behaviors and customs. And while I was there, I wasn't able to get any film or footage. So I also went to the Skirball Cultural Center located in Los Angeles. It's a place devoted to sustaining Jewish heritage. I went on 2 tours of exhibits. The first one was called The Notorious RBG, The Life and Times of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And the second tour was called Visions and Values, Jewish Life from Antiquity to America. The reason I chose this as my cultural plunge is because I'm currently student teaching in a Title I school with my host teacher who is Jewish, and my university supervisor is also Jewish. Ironically, my great-grandmother is Jewish, and my grandmother had converted to Catholicism for my grandfather. But as the docent that I ended up having lunch with, who explained a lot about the Jewish community to me, said that the Nazis would have still considered my grandmother Jewish. So what was I hoping to learn from this experience? Well, everything that I had hoped for. I learned a little bit about my background and my host teacher and what was the prior knowledge relating to this experience that I had. The only thing that I'd known of Judaism was limited to the movies. My previous beliefs and preconceptions were that I'd never been inside of a synagogue before. I believed it to be exclusive and intimidating. How did I understand this setting to be the ethnic perspective relating to this experience? This temple was referred to me by my host teacher. The temple was smaller and the Shabbat was intimate, so I was recognized as an outsider. From the insider's perspective, it was the day of the Sabbath. It was a very intimate congregation, and it was clear that I didn't know Hebrew and I was an outsider. The seating arrangement was such that it was circular, so a couple of the members in the temple were staring at me. So before going into this experience, I'd always been interested in Judaism, but never went into a synagogue before. During, I was intimidated that not speaking Hebrew would be a problem, and I just dove right in. How did others in this setting see me? Well, people were very friendly and they introduced themselves to me. Not everyone, but enough people to make me feel welcome. What did I learn from this assignment? To always remain open to receive new information, and that Judaism is a beautiful religion and the Jewish community is very inclusive.
To leave. Some of them went to Israel, present-day Israel. Some of them went elsewhere. But that's the first turning point. Now, one of the places that they went because of this movement was right next door to what is present-day Israel.